been playing video games, or at least I've been watching other people play video games ever since the age of 8 or 9. And right now I'm 17. So for me, video games have constituted a big part of my childhood. I've been playing video games for years and years. But it was only 2 years ago, at the age of 15, when I realized that I should quit video games. When I finally did that, for the sake of my own happiness, for the sake of my own well-being, for the sake of my parents and my loved ones. And although now, 2 years later, I can see very clearly how video games have made my life much more difficult and miserable, I cannot lie and say that I have not made any kind of beautiful memories. Because I have. There have been plenty of times when I felt so much joy and so much happiness while playing video games, while connecting with other people who had the same interests as me, while getting to learn about things that fascinated me, like tanks, like post-apocalyptic scenarios that I really liked thinking about. I even wrote some stories about it. And ever since playing video games with tanks have been a major part of my life as well. I am completely fascinated by tanks. I'm like a tank nerd. And I can attribute this passion, this start, to video games. And so I can understand why it feels so hard for you to decide whether you should quit or not. I mean, the evidence is there. There's so many people, and you felt it yourself, that have said that life is just so much worse when you play video games consistently. Or when you even touch video games at all, right? Because you cannot just play video games on and off, bro. Like, when you're playing video games, you are playing video games. When you're playing something that fascinates you, that you have a passion for, well, you're bound to spend hours and hours every single day playing that. And you have felt that. You have felt all the misery, all the pain that you feel, that insecurity, that alienation from the world, that sense that you're just wasting your life somehow. Although you feel nice, although you feel excited when you're playing video games, you still feel something within you that has not been completed. Your soul remains unfinished. Your purpose unachieved. And that, I believe, is one of the biggest moral, whatever you want to call it, psychological pains that anybody could ever face. Knowing that they are not making any kind of progress towards achieving some higher purpose that they have set out for, that they know that they have to achieve. Even before I knew about the entire idea of purpose in itself and meaning and finding that in life, I still felt uncompleted, unachieved. I knew that I was missing something when I was just playing video games all the time. Although I was getting a great laugh, spending time with my friends at that time, just playing video games, I still felt like something was missing. And so I can completely understand why you feel torn between whether you should quit or whether you should keep going, because, this is something that has given you so much happiness and joy, but at the same time, it's made life so much more horrible, right? It's like a toxic relationship somehow. On one hand, you are absolutely tired of it and you want to quit. You want to have like a healthy relationship. And on the other hand, there are so many things about this that you still like. There are so many things that you have built within your brain to actually enjoy, that at this point it's just hard to actually do anything else. Throughout the past 2 years, since I've quit video games and since I've started taking my life much more seriously, getting rid of more of my addictions, improving myself, focusing on aspects that I'm more weak in, so that I can improve, so that I can become a better human being for myself and for my loved ones. In this period of my life, I've realized something so important regarding video games that I wish you will know, that I wish you will take action on, that I wish you will understand, and that you won't just try to ignore. And that is the fact that there is so much beauty in life that you will never get to experience unless you quit video games. There are so many beautiful things in life, so many experiences that you can have, good or bad, that will shape you into a stronger human being, that will make your entire existence worth it, that will make you feel achieved with yourself, that will make you feel like you're on track with your purpose, that life finally makes sense. There are so many beautiful experiences that you will never face, that you will never have unless you quit video games. Back to all those nice memories that you have made playing video games. Having fun, feeling nice, and, making some sort of passion for things like I have with tanks. Those are great memories, right? They're great. But bro, compared to all of the beautiful things that you can experience outside of that, it doesn't even compare, man. In the past 2 years of my life, I've actually gotten in my first ever relationship. It's actually been the first time when I held a girl's hand and when I kissed a girl. This was after 1 year of quitting video games. I managed to do all of that. I managed to achieve so many beautiful things that I never thought I could, that I thought were so unrealistic. Bro, I'm never gonna be the one that's actually gonna get to hold a girl's hand and kiss a girl and, feel all of that beautiful connection. Nah, bro, that's for other people, man. I like video games. I like playing with tanks and whatever. I always thought about that. But since I quit video games, since I started making progress towards other things in my life that I found meaningful, it eventually happened. And I'm telling you, man, if I kept playing video games when I did, I would have missed out on this experience. I would have been a completely different person today. I wouldn't have the physique that I have. I wouldn't have the health, both physically and mentally. I wouldn't have the same nice and improved relationships with my family that I have now. I wouldn't have some friends that I can have around me that I can feel nice around, that I can share some of my thoughts with. I wouldn't have any of this. I would be alone. I would be alone just playing video games, socially isolated, in my own bubble, wondering why the world is so harsh to me. And if that hasn't motivated you enough, then think about all of the consequences that will come unless you quit video games. Think about all of the miserable things that you will experience, all of the memories that you will never get to have, all of the beautiful memories that you will never get to build with other people, with your own self, with your own beautiful mind, unless you quit video games. Think about the entirety of the beauty of life that you are missing out on just by choosing some random pixels on a screen. We have not been built to stay indoors, to sit on our asses, to play video games, to make progress, and to have a life inside of a computer, something that can be so easily taken away from us. No, we are built to be human beings, to go outside, to go in nature, to build physical things, to build things with our own hands, to feel things on our own skin. I'm telling you, man, holding a girl's hand, a girl that you actually like being around, that you enjoy being around, that you find cute, and walking with her, just taking a stroll around the park, just simply holding her hand, nothing else. It is such a more beautiful experience that I have ever had with video games. There is so much beauty that you will never experience unless you quit them, and it is time for you to do that, man. Trust me. So yeah, man, I really hope that you have gained some value from this video. If you would like, you can subscribe to my self-improvement YouTube channel. You can like this video, you can share this video with other people who you think will also be able to gain some value from this. If you'd like, you can join my self-improvement Discord server. And if you want to go on a free self-improvement one-to-one coaching call with me where we can talk about anything self-improvement related, then all you have to do is you have to click the Calendly link in the description of this video. So yeah, man. Once you quit video games, you will realize that life is so much more beautiful than you can ever have imagined. Life doesn't wait for anybody. Time doesn't wait for anybody. So make the best out of it, man. Live your life accordingly. Good luck, man. I'll see you next time.